Welcome here today. My name's Linda and I'm a Business Development Manager for Showerbuddy. Showerbuddy is designed and engineered in New Zealand and we've been around since 2003. So today what we're going to do is I'll just give you a little bit more history about Showerbuddy and then I'm going to discuss what we call our transfer range. These two take the longest to go through, and then there's our rolling range, which is just really easy, quick stuff, and then we have a travel range as well to show you. We've also got some marketing material which is designed to help you out in the field. So if you can, and if you know your password, if you want to scan that QR reader, and I'm just going to turn my phone on. So as I was saying, that Showerbuddy commenced in 2003, and it started when a gentleman's grandfather fell in the shower, and he, being a carpenter, the gentleman, he went off to, back then, the hardware store, and he purchased a chair and made a crude slide board to help his grandfather get into the shower. And then over the years, it's developed with our engineers and become this chair in front of you today. All right, so I'll explain that one a little bit further, and then this chair is designed to get your client into a bathtub, and I'll go through that one as well. So if we just go back to what you've downloaded, that's called Bath Check, that app, and this has been designed to help you out in the field in terms of measuring your client's bathroom facility. So when you open it up, it's going to ask you two questions. When I slide that up there, it's going to say, I want to get my client over a bathtub, and the second one is that I want to get them into a shower. So for the exercise, I'm just going to take you through the first two questions, but what it does is open a pathway of questions, depending on which one we're going to choose for your client. So for the argument, we're going to go for the shower, and when you press that, then an image comes up. And so now what it's talking about is the width of the doorway. So it's saying, do I have 575? And for the exercise, we're going to go no. Are you right there? If you want to just bring that up there. So we're going to go shower. That's it. Right. And so we're just going to go no. And so now it's asking what the measurements are. So if you pop in the measurements, let's say we're going to go, it's maybe 520. All right, so as you scroll the screen back up, in green, you're going to see the results there, and it's saying that you may need to take one or both of the arms off to fit it through into your doorways. All right, so it's telling you what to do all the way through, and it also tells you what accessories may be needed to change up this chair to get it into the shower for your client. So when you go next to the second question, we'll just do the first two. It's talking about the footprint in front of the shower, and it's saying, have you got, a minimum of 630? All right. So if we go if we say no, we've got let's say I'm going to say 640, and then when you scroll that up, it's going to say it works. However, you'll need a shorter bridge, and I'm going to show you those accessories through the discussion and the training session today. All right, so as you can see, this will help you, and it'll tell you that this basic chair maybe or maybe not will fit into the shower. However, we've got all the accessories to change it up to get it in your shower recess for your client. All right, so that's Bath Check. When you get to the end of it, it's going to ask, do I want to print off the report or do I want to email it? And so therefore what you can do is you can email it to Cara, and then you can say, I've just done Mary Lou's shower. I'd like to organise for a trial. Here's the results. And then that way, when Cara's sales rep comes out, they are able to take the right product out, the shorter bridge or a straighter push handle, and they'll come out with the right product. Okay, so it's a really important tool to keep and to learn about. All right, so that's bath check. Also, we have brochures. I'm just going to hit home on that and turn my phone off. We have some brochures, which hopefully you didn't sit on them. And also we have these available in PDF. These brochures can be utilised like a Bible in terms of when you open it up, it'll go through the chair, the product dimensions, and the features of it, and it just is able to help you out. All the chairs are in there, and then when you get to the end, we've got all the accessories. And the accessories listed will, it shows the combination of what goes with what chair. All right, so when I'm showing you today, if you're forgetting about what maybe with what, the accessories are in the back of the book to help you out. Okay, and then the last, I'll just pop this over here. The last bit of marketing material that we've got to help you out is what we call a spec sheet. So these spec sheets are available as a PDF, and what it does is give you a blurb on the product. So we've got them for all the range. It's just a quick reference guide, product dimensions, product features, and then down in the bottom corner, it's got a QR code. Now this QR code, when you scan it, it gives you a 30-second video on how the product works. So when you're dealing, like a lot of the oldies, they like something tangible. So this is brilliant to leave with them, okay? And because if they want to show their daughter or their son or vice versa, they want to show mum and dad, they can have this, scan that video and, the QR reader. And no, it's not, it's a QR code. The QR code, and then they'll get the 30-second video come up. All right, so just another little tool that we've got there to help you out. So with that all said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you step by step how the chairs work and the features of them for you. So this chair is designed to get your client into a shower over a lip. And then this chair is designed to get your client over the bathtub. Okay, so I'm just going to move this one out and then we'll bring it back in when we're ready to show that one. I'll just pop that over there. Okay, so the SB1 or the Showerbuddy. Now I know it's an SB1 because on the side it tells me what model it is there. So if you ever get asked what model have they got or they're interested in, you'll be able to tell on the side of the chair for them. All the chairs come with commode pans. Okay, and they come with lids as well. So when you're placing the pan in, just take the lid off and you'll slide it in through the back way. It's quite a firm fit, so you just got to make sure you use a bit of muscle when you're doing it. And of course when you come that out, anchor that on with the content and then you can empty that out. Some people try to put this through with the lid on, and I sort of use the analogy of when you go to the toilet, you don't try to go with the lid down. Okay, so need the lid off. Let's pop that over there. So that, like I said, comes with all the chairs. Now, so there's three major elements on the chair. And what I'll do is I'll just show them to you and then I'll come back to them shortly after. So this is the bridge and this connects the chair to the next piece of material there. Stay. No, yep. And this is the shower base. Okay, so I'll come back to those. Now, the chair, the star of the show, is on what we call a rolling base. The chair is hardened aluminium, and then the hardware is stainless steel. The frame has a lifetime warranty. Okay, we've got ARTG certificates on all of them if you need it for NDIS, if you're going to work with NDIS. And all the chairs, although they've just changed the ceiling on the NDIS, but they're all priced under the $5,000 mark. Okay. The chair, the arms you see here have sliding locks on them, so that just slides across and locks in. And then when you take that off, you can fold the arms back for transfers, left and right, if you want. Or you can take them off, because if you're trying to get into a narrow doorway, Bath Check will tell you to take one or both of them off to get the chair in, which is just undoing these orange knobs here, and then the arm just pops off. Okay, so if you have to take them off, make sure you put them back on, is our recommendation. If we just sort of work down the chair, the next one is the seat. You can see it comes off quite easily. So for washing and cleaning purposes, it's quite easily done. And then those lugs just pop back into the recessed holes there. Comes with a lap and a chest belt. And if we work down there, the footrest there, as you can see, it folds up and down. It doesn't come longer because we're trying to deal with a small area a lot of the times, and because if it's any longer, it's just going to get in the way of trying to get it in and turn it around. So worst case scenario is that maybe the client's got to just turn their feet sideways while you're trying to get them in, or just bring them back a little bit under the seat frame there. When I turn the chair to the side, I just want to point out there's two braking systems. Okay, the first one here is this lever. So all I'm doing is lifting it up and just getting it past that plate. So once it's past there, you just let it go. So that's on the chair, it's come off that braking system. But when I'm trying to roll that along, it's not coming any further because this is the secondary brake system. Now this braking system needs the tongue, which I'll go through a little bit more in depth in a minute, of the bridge to disconnect the brake so that it rolls through. Okay, so it's just a double safety feature for your client. If you, this badge at the front, on the later models, they're now coming through underneath the seat, but it's got the safe working load, which is, if I didn't say, it's 250 kilos, and also the serial number of the chair. So you might look at that and go, oh, that's not going to carry a 250 kilo person, but it's just pointing out the robustness of the chair for you. Okay, so she's really quite strong. When we go down to the casters, they're 125 mil. So on carpet, they're very easy to roll, okay? And they're all lockable. So that's it for the chair. And then, any questions? No? You're a quiet lot today. And then what we've got here is the bridge. So this bridge is a standard 400 millimetres, and you can see there that it's just got the little clips that you utilise to connect into the chair and connect to the shower base. When you're connecting this bridge, you'll notice that there's a longer tongue and a shorter tongue. And the reason for that is because the braking system is behind these casters, so it needs the longer tongue to depress that. Whereas on your shower base, we could get that right up the front, so it only needs this little guy here. All right, that's about it for the bridge, quite easy. And then we've got the shower base. This is what helps turn your client around, because you'll see there, the turntable, 360 degrees. All right, so that enables you to turn your client around in the shower. Just another thing, in the kit, you get different size legs. You have, that's a 63 mil one, and then in here is a 100 mil one there. So you see the difference. You might say, well, why do I need the difference? And that's because the shower depths change. And so we offer these two different sizes for you. Bath Check's going to tell you what size you need once you put the measurement in. All right, so this is where it's very clever. Now, when you get the kit as well, it also comes with rubber stoppers or suction feet. And today what I've done is I've done this up twofold. So you get 4 of each set. And I just find this easier for your older client, because when these suction cups go down, they really adhere and they may struggle to get it up. okay, back off the floor. Because the idea of Showerbuddy is that you can put it in, it's removable, other people in the family can shower, and then, you know, it's out of the way for them. Or it's portable in terms of if they're in a rental, it goes with them. And no, don't have to renovate or do anything like that, okay? And we were sort of talking about renovations earlier. Clearly getting renovations done, they're costly, they're timely, they're stressful, and this within an hour we can have your client in the shower, okay? Any questions? No? Yes? Go for it.
Can you change the cushion if you need more, like better pressure care?
Yeah. I'll give you 5 points each, okay? Yes, you can. So, well, I'm going to show you what we call as an accessory, and it's a comfort accessory, okay? And I'll bring that in shortly. All right. So what I'll do is I'll show you this, and then I'll bring that in. So thank you for asking that question. So this is the basic kit of what you will get, okay, when you order this. And that's where I was alluding to that bath check may tell you, look, these feet, because of the depth of the shower base is deeper, you'll need to swap them out to a larger size one. All right, so bath check's going to talk everything about the measurements, but that doesn't talk about the cushion, which, like I said, is a comfort thing, and I'll show you those in a minute. So once we have gone in and we've set the shower up, or the chair up in measurements, which I've previously done before you girls got here. So we'll pop that in the shower base, and what we'll need to do is just push that. Oh, sorry, I think when I pulled that out and showed you, I didn't put it back in the right hole, or did I? No, I'll just check that. Right, so you notice that I pushed that right down, and you could see that there's adjustments in the legs if you need be. So once that's in, now we're going to connect the bridge. All right, so just make sure the wires or the clips are out of the way. Now with the chair, if you want, if the client's not interested in using the commode pan, you can take the chair over most toilets. Again, with bath check, the last question on each side, it asks about your toilet measurements. So you'll be able to put that in, because some of those straight down modern toilets are the ones that you might have issues with. But once you put the measurements in, it'll tell you yes or no it fits. So then you will get your client, just to make sure that there. Hello young lady, are you ready to have your shower today? And so we're going to bring Rachel in, and I know it's Rachel because her badge tells me it's Rachel. And we're going to bring her through. She's toileted and now she's ready to have her shower. So we'll bring her over. Just make sure your arms are locked off there. Oh no, not your arms, the chair arms, sorry. I'm not going to remove your arms. And so now we're just going to lock that on, and that's into place. So as I spoke of before, what I need to, because she's locked into that chair, she's not going anywhere until we release the braking mechanism. Now, with the chair, what you also get are some support legs. These guys here, and they just go on to your bridge like so. Sorry Rachel, you won't be able to see this, but I will show you afterwards. So they can go on like that and then lock up to the shower recess like how I've done. Okay, and so what happens then is it just gives you a little bit of extra support when, if we're dealing with a heavier client, let's say over 100 kg, this may just a fraction as it's coming through the join, okay? So that enables it just to be a smoother ride for them, but also twofold, what happens is when that's sitting there, nothing's going to slide, okay, because this is stopping anything from moving, all right? However, you don't always have to use that, because if it slides, they're not going to hurt themselves. That's all that's happening. It might just move a little bit when they're moving through, okay, if you don't use these. And the reason why I want to allude to not using these is because if you had cabinetry in the way or a toilet, and we need to get to this lever here, all right, see what I can do? All right, clearly I don't have a shower screen door there, but maybe you may need to just move the chair slightly to get to that. So I can do that without those support legs. So I guess it's a case of you need to go in and you need to assess your client and what their bathroom's like. So from here, I'm just going to take that lever off like so. Now, if the client is able-bodied in the knee area, you can use the knees to push them back, or alternatively, you can push back on the arms there. Now you heard that lock into place, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the rolling base off with the bridge attached to it, remove that out of the way, and so now the chair will rotate. If you leave that connected, it won't rotate around, okay? So from here, if the shower's there or maybe possibly at the back, we can just move Rachel around to face the shower there or the back there. And she'll go 360 around. I won't do that and make you giddy. All right, so now she's ready to come back out because we've showered her. And then we just roll this back through again. Just make sure the clip's back out of the way. Just drop the clip on, use your palm and bring that down. And again, I just need that braking mechanism to be released to allow the chair to come back out. Actually, I'll just show you one more. The support of it, when that's out, Rachel's not coming out. Okay, because of that braking system and then needing the tongues on the bridge. All right, so when that goes through, we just lock that off. And I want that lever over there, so I'm just going to tilt that through. You can lean through, just grab it, pull the chair forward, and then we're going to bring Rachel out. Sorry, I'm so used to this, sometimes I bring everybody out so fast and they go, oh, okay. So obviously, clearly, you'll do it nice and gently for your client, not rough like I do. And so then we would just release the bridge, and now just take that off like so. Client's ready to go back to their chair or their bed or wherever, ready for their daily activities. So I'll just remove that up for you, and you're right to go. So that's showering in with a SB1 or the Showerbuddy. Just one other thing that I missed when I was going through the features of the chair. It's got 2 adjustment points, okay? One is just under the seat here. These clips come off and there's about 100mm of adjustment there. So Rachel is a little bit taller, so we might have needed to bring that up another notch, or as I said, another 100mm so we can bring the seat up for your client. The other adjustment point is down here. We've got 3 adjustments here, which is about a 60mm. So it brings it up, the chair up to a 200mm clearance. Meaning that if your shower recess is high here, a step in, okay, if it's higher than 200, you're going to bottom out on this. And that means Bath Check will tell you you need to change to an accessory. And I'm going to bring the accessories in now to show you what Bath Check will be talking about. So is everybody happy with that? Any questions? No? Yeah? Okay.
So with you said there was the 2, so it's like the 100mm and the
63mm.
Does that mean that the internal height has to be 100mm or less? So like the lip from the internal lip?
It just depends on their floor, and because if you go in to a shower that's flush, but maybe they've just got a little bit of a lip there, just like really tiny, and that side's flush, this side, same side, then you would need to, because this is smaller, you need to bring that up to get it in line with this tracking system. But Bath Check's going to tell you that. As soon as you put the measurement inside the shower, it will tell you you need to use either the 100 or 63. And I'm just going to bring through now. These are accessories that Bath Check's going to talk to you about. Okay, so this comes in a pack of 4. That is a 150ml. It's called a shower base riser, or SBR 100. And Bath Check's going to even give you the code. All right, that's a 200ml. So when I hold that up to here, so there's twofold that you may need to use these. One is to bring the shower base up higher. Bath Check's going to tell you. Or, like I said, this bottoms out at 200ml. In height, terms of height, because some of those showers, they have a tile and you've got to step up into them. And so, as you can see here, that's going to bring the chair up to one or two of these heights. And Bath Check's going to tell you, you need the 150 risers or the 200s. Okay, so that's raising your chair. Then what might happen is, when you put the footprint in front of the shower recess, again, a wall might be there, or a toilet, or something of that nature, it's going to say the footprint's too long with this standard bridge. You need to use the accessory of a smaller bridge, and we've got 2. One's a 200ml size bridge, you can see the difference there, and we also have a 300, but Bath Check's going to tell you that. Okay, so they're the accessories that you'll need to help make that chair fit in. Another issue that you may come up against is that you can get them into the shower, but you can't turn it because there's a grab rail in the way or something like that. So once you put the measurements of the shower in, it's going to say to you, the existing push handle is going to get in the way, it's not going to fit, so we want you to use a straight push handle. And again, this is an accessory. All right, so this, as you can see, if I pull that out, you can see the difference of what gets in the way there. Okay, so as I said, Bath Check's going to tell you to swap that out to a straight push handle. And today what I've got in front of you here is 2 accessories, straight push handle, but plus a tension backrest. So this is more a comfort type one, and Bath Check's not going to tell you about this. This is more you, because you know your client, you know what's going to fit for them. So you might go in and say, look, this is too forgiving, they're slouching too much, I want them to sit more upright. This is when you pop this tension backrest. This can go onto this push handle, or like I've got it fitted out today. You pop it on and then you just pull the 3 ties there to tension that up. Another application for this tension backrest is that I had a OT come to me once before, and their client didn't have the strength in their posture, and so they were falling through here. So when we applied this, what we did was we lifted that up, and then we put the tension backrest on there and filled that area for them. So it's just different ideas that you pass on to me, and I try to pass on the knowledge to everybody else. So, all right, so that's a comfort accessory. This will be told to you by Bath Check. All right. Now, you spoke of the soft seat before. Well, you said pressure care. So we don't actually have a pressure sore cushion per se, but we have the soft foam cushion. Okay. So again, this is a polyurethane finish, and some of the oldies say that that's a bit firm for their little bottoms, and they'd like a softer seat. So this is just something you need to keep in the memory bank, that there is a softer seat, but not the pressure sore cushion, as you said. I have been into a place where they have glued a pressure sore cushion onto there. So if you're wanting to do that, you know, it's something you just need to discuss with the client and work out whether that's going to work for them. All right. So
the soft ones have the open front
yes,
as well. Comes in
yes. So the one I'm showing today is a closed seat front, but you can get the open seat front as well. Okay. So that's the other item that we have as well is called a seat cushion overlay, because maybe you're dealing with somebody who's got a colostomy bag and they're not interested in this sort of section of the chair. So as you can see, it's got the cutout there, so that will just sit into there and push into place for them, and now they can sit on that if they wish to get them in the shower. Another reason, application that you can use this for is that maybe Miss Molly's been showered, they're weight bearing, so they can stand up, you can dry their bottom, and then you can throw this in, and now they're sitting on a dry seat finished. Okay, so just whatever you see fit that your client needs. All right, so a seat cushion overlay. All right, so that's it for the SB1 or the Showerbuddy. Like I said, 250 kgs, hardened aluminium. It's got adjustments through here and here. The footrest just flips up and down, will roll over most toilets. Okay, and your bridge and your shower base. So I'm just going to push this little one out of the way, and I'm going to swap it with that 2T, the Tub Buddy. Sorry, as I said, these two guys take the longest in terms of explaining them, and plus because you're bringing them the accessories which go with these two chairs. Thank you, Barry. So similar to the SB1, the chair comes with a bridge and what we call the tub base. All right. And the chair, this is called an SB2T. I think it says that there. Yep, there we go. Right, so anything in Showerbuddy language that has a T in it means that it tilts. Okay, so that goes to 30 degrees, and I'm just going to show you the handle. That's the tilt handle that I've utilised there. Okay, this is what we call the 2 in the 2 series. We also do a chair that doesn't tilt. Okay, with this one, you can just slide your client straight into the bath. With the 2 SB2, there's 2 things with it. It has a smaller footprint, so if you're dealing with a smaller bath, it's good for that. However, the downside is that you have to lift the client's legs over into the bathtub. Okay, but maybe that's a necessity of trying to make it work for your client. Bath Check's going to tell you, once you put all the measurements in of your bathroom, it's going to let you know that you need one or the other in the chairs. All right. So yeah, similar to the one, we've got hardened aluminium, chest and get there in a minute, lap belt. You'll notice that the footrests are different. These swing away, can adjust up and down, or they can be taken away if you want. All right. The seat, as per the other one, can come off. You've got a splash guard in there and the commode pan, 125mm casters. And this is the guide here that we're going to connect to get that into the bathtub. So any questions on this? Oh, and it comes with your headrest there, your neck rest, up and down, forward and back. Now, if you wanted on the SB1, if you want a neck rest, the back push handle is already pre-drilled, so you can get that, but it's an accessory on that chair. So any chair that has a tilt comes automatically with the neck rest. All right, so that's the chair. Any questions? And again, the adjustments are through here to bring the chair up. Okay, the chair has to be the height, set for the height of the client's bathtub, not how tall or small they are. Okay, so you need to set it for the bathtub. And then we've got the bridge, which connects the 2 components together. This bridge is 300, and you can get, as an accessory, and Bath Check will tell you that, a 200. All right, and then the tub base there. Once you put that in, you've got your adjustments here to bring the height out, and you've got stabilising bars which go out. And similar to the one, it's got a braking system there on the chair. And you'll notice this has got levers here, and these levers are like that side one in terms of that it releases the chair off the systems. Okay, so once we go into our client's place. Like I said, you've got to allow the solution specialist about an hour to get in there and get the measurements right, get the height of it set, and then you can have a go at doing the transfer once they've got that sorted for you. So I've got that all set up, and now we're going to ask our client to go to have a shower. Let's move these foot plates out of the way for you, and let me lock the chair off. All right, so if you hop in the chair, there we go. There we go. Oh, you're a good patient. Help me out there. All right, so we're just going to drag the chair back, maybe, and if I just show you, sorry, around the back there, it's got quite a lot of room there, so if you took the pan out, you can get that over a toilet. All right, sorry, what's your name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Jasmine, we've got Jasmine here ready to go into the shower. So we just attach that to the bridge, lock that off. Now there's 5 things you need to do from here. All right. Firstly, we're going to lock the brakes off. How's your neck on that? You want to just, is that okay there? Oh, you've got your little bun there.
Yeah,
so
my bun's in the way.
Yeah, I think that's going to do. Yeah, there we go. And so we've locked that off. We're going to, because if we've done a transfer left or right, we need to make sure the arm's locked off on that. From there, we're going to let Jasmine know we're going to tilt you back. And the reason why we do that is to stop that flailing effect, because in our heads, we think we're going to fall on our back, okay? And for your first time, it can be sort of a little bit daunting. From there, you just need to brace yourself, get your sort of feet shoulder width apart, and I generally grab here, the lever, and we're going to tilt you back. Ready? And so we're just going to bring her back, and what we're doing is we're watching the foot plate to go over the bath lip. So this tilt will determine how high that bath is. You comfy? Was that all right? Cool, that was the hard part. All right, so now we're going to put her into the bathtub, or over the bathtub. So from here, just relax, enjoy the ride. Yeah. So this lever here is what I'm just bringing the chair back, moving it 1 millimetre past that braking system. And then we're just going to slide Jasmine into the bathtub. 2 fingers, easy. Okay, so from there, like how we did with the SB1, we're going to take the bridge off, take the brakes off, just take that out and pull that away. Now you can get right up close to your client if you need to. You can wash their hair while they're in this angle. If they're self-sufficient and they want to wash themselves, we just release the lever, just take the weight a little bit and just lower them down. It's not hard, but sometimes if you just don't stop that force, they'll just come down a little bit faster than you want them to come down. So from there, if Jasmine can, we can close the curtain and leave her to wash herself until she's ready to come back out. One of the things that I just show you here is that a trap you could fall into. If you were to pull that off and push that away, and if you're not used to doing this, you might come back and put it all back together. And you go like that, and you connect that off, and then we get this, and we try to bring that through here. Or actually, what I need to do first, sorry, is I'm going to tilt you. We're just doing the reverse of what we did. We're going to tilt Jasmine back there again. I'm just watching for that foot plate to be over the lip there. So now we're connecting it because we want to bring her back out. But unbeknownst to me, I've got this the wrong way around. Okay, this needs to be this side, because if I try to connect that through here now and bring Jasmine across, the braking system's not lined up. Okay, so we're going to be able to release her from here, and we're going to get to here, and now it's locked because it needs the tongues to depress the braking system. Okay, so she's not coming out anywhere. So that's just something to watch. Like I like to say, just a junior rookie error. So it needs to go this way in line with the support legs that are in the bathtub. Once we connect that off, and do that guy back up again, just lock your brakes on. I now want the lever on the bathtub to bring the chair out. Oh, sorry, on the bathtub base. And now she slides across. From there, we can sit her upright. Release. Take the brakes off. And now she's ready to go for her daily activities. There we go. Just sorry, I'll get you back there. I didn't want to run Gina over. Take that off for you and sit her back down in her seat. So that's the Tub-Buddy tilt. Is everybody happy with that? Like, it's pretty easy once you see it. When you first walk in and see the contraption, it looks quite daunting. But once it's pointed out to you and the little faults that you can fall in, traps you can fall into, once you get those right, it's quite easy to utilise. All right, so that's your SB2T. Just again, when you're dealing with this, I'll just pop that there. Bath Check might say to you, because this will only go to 500 mil, and what I'm talking about is when you put the measurement in from the floor to the lip of the bathtub, all right, if it's more than 500, that's too much for this guy. So what will happen, Bath Check will tell you, you need to swap it out and put in this accessory. This is your tub base extension. So this will give you an extra 100 mil on these tubes that are sitting in here. All right, so that will bring that up higher, bring their chair up higher. And same goes with the tub base. If the bathtub is deep and you've brought this up as high as you can, then you'll need to swap these tubes in here that come through here to these guys here. So these are tub base extension. You wouldn't use the same on each side because it's either one's up higher or one's down lower. So you need one or the other. All right, so that's just another accessory that...
When you add all the height increases, does it change the weight limit of the chair at all?
No. All right, so again, that's an accessory that Bath Check will tell you that you need. Okay, the SB2T will go to 600 millimetres with the extension. That's from floor to getting it over a bath lip. And the 2 will go to 635. Okay, so there's quite a bit of difference there. All right, so I'll give that back to you. And I'm going to bring in the next chair. Just with the, this is where Bath Check helped a client out that I was dealing with. The gentleman was being bathed out on their decking. He was paraplegic, and so they wanted to get the 2T, the tilt, but because the bathtub was so high, as soon as we put the measurements in, it told us that you've got to go to SB2. So we went in and I said, look, they wanted the tilt, and I said, look, we can't do that, but we can put the 2 in for you. And they said, look, just bring it along. Anyway, we did that, and at that stage there was like about 500 different people in the room. Well, it felt like that. And as you know, carers and the OTs and the clients and their family. And I just said to them, look, you go into the bathroom and have a go at it. Anyway, I heard the lady squeal and I thought, oh my God, what's going on? Anyway, it turned out that was because of delight, because all of a sudden they were able to get the gentleman over the bathtub and into a shower, and they didn't have to use the veranda anymore. So just, yeah, like I said, Bath Check will help and tell you about it. Actually, it's a bit remiss of me. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that chair back in without the product on that. If we just have the chair, Barry. This here is still the last, what I say, the last chair of the robust ones in terms of 250 kg. Thank you. I just want to use this so that you guys can get a visual of it. So what I've done with this chair today, normally it is set up like this in terms of you've got your neck rest, your arms are this width, this seat, and these footrests, okay? That's normally on this chair, so just use your imagination there. But what I've done is I've taken all that off and I've put a petite conversion kit on this. Okay, so this is, like I said, a 3T model. Again, because it's got a T in it, it means this lever here is going to help me to tilt the chair. All right, so like I said, does everything the same as that, except it doesn't have a tracking system in it. So last of the, I'll just move that back out of the way. Thanks, Barry. 250 kgs. It's really good for your facilities, and it's just a nice robust chair. Again, we'll go over the toilet. And like I said, I've done this up with the petite kit on this so that you can see another version. The kit as it is, I'll go through all the components for you, but that will go on your SB1, the Showerbuddy, and the 2 series, okay, the 2 and the 2T is this frame of what you see here. So just to explain it, the neck rest is a standard, as I said, because it's a tilt. But on this chair, you get it's a simple, easy neck rest, that, as you can see, for those holes. So if you order the SB1, you don't get the neck rest with that. So you just get this. And because as you get it down to there, that actually gives you a lumbar support if you wanted. When I turn this sideways, you can see it's got 3 adjustment points here and 3 adjustment points there. Okay, so that allows you to bring this seat forward 60 mil. So when we're doing that, we're shortening the seat depth. So this one that I've got on here, we've got 2 versions. We've got a P1, and again, it's in the book about page 26, I think, a P1 and a P2. So the P1 petite conversion kit is for, we recommend 5 to a 10-year-old. And then the 2 is for that teenager or your smaller clients that you have. So yeah, you can adjust this. You can have the bottom pulled out so that they're more laying back, or you can have it more tilted forward if you want. So again, just depending on your client. The armrests, as you can see, have changed dramatically in terms of this breadth across here is 300, whereas that one over there was 475. Okay, and you can still transfer left and right, okay, in that. If you go to a P2 conversion kit, just go in there, you, conversion kit, the arm width across is 415. All right, these arms, you can order them separately if you want. So let's say you had a client and they're 6'4", they're quite tall, and you wanted the Showerbuddy, but they're really lean, and so they're really getting lost in there. So you wanted something a little bit more snug for them. You can get the P2 arms, or if they're really, really skinny, you can go with these arms here. All right. When we come down, I'll just grab that footrest if you don't mind, Barry, without the calf strap. The footrest, this is what we call a petite one, and you can get this independently as well. And I just want to compare that to to the adult version there, so you can see the difference on the footrest there. And again, it's adjustable if you need to get a little bit more length in it. Will in the record over there, he's just... Barry, I'll give you this back. Barry, that's for you. Thank you. All right, so that's your footrest. This comes in the kit, okay? You get the arms, the back, the neck rest, the footrest, and you get the seats. So these seats, they fit nice and firm, and they have a smaller aperture, all right? And then they're a little bit thicker, and so they contour back through there just to get your client sitting back in the seat. You can order this independently if you want, okay? And I'll just grab a seat there, Barry, so I can compare. You're becoming a great little assistant there. Thank you, my little assistant. Now you can see the comparison there of this smaller aperture seat. So again, with an elderly client, they might say, look, I'm falling through here, you can swap across to that one. So that's standard with the kit, okay? What we've just released now is a new soft cushion, okay? So this is an accessory, all right? So that's your comfort accessory there, all right? But if you wanted that on your SB1 or your 2 series or the 3 series, that's interchangeable, okay? So a smaller apertured seat there if you need that. And again, that's all in the back of the brochures. All right, so this is the 3T with your petite conversion kit on it. All right, now the rest is really quite simple. This is where I was talking about before. The badge is gone from there and it's now on here, okay, which carries your safe working load and serial number. There you go. Okay, the rest are really easy now. So it's quite warm in here, so everybody's probably fallen asleep on me. All right, so now we go, this is part of the rolling range. Over the time, some of the OTs have said that, look, we just want something nice and light and easy. Don't run away, Barry, you've got to take that one for me. So that's when we got to the engineers and we said we just want something nice and light for the OTs, and that's when they designed this. So it's quite slimline, it's not heavy at all to lift if you have to. It's about 15.5 kg. Because it doesn't have as much hardened aluminium in the structure of it and is more lighter, it brings our weight ratio down to 136 kg. All right, so the first 3 are 250 and this guy here is 136. You get a chest strap with that. If you want, you can detach that and drop it down as a lap belt, or if you want both, you can purchase that one. They're not overly expensive. Again, you can transfer left and right on this. And footrest, adjustable, in, out, there. The casters, 100mm, and they're all lockable. This comes automatically with a soft seat. All right. And then just to sort of point out, you might sort of say that you're a little bit concerned with the plastic structure on here. This, and you go, oh, that moves a bit, but it's designed for that, because if you've got a person who's, you know, like 120 kg, they can lean on it to get up if they're weight bearing. Okay, so it's meant to be that way. All right, so don't worry about that in terms of that it's going to collapse on them. So that's quite simple, easy chair, very affordable, and you can talk to Cara about prices afterwards.
Can you adjust the armrests up and down?
No, they don't adjust on this one, no. So I'm going to leave that there because I want to compare that to the next one. So that's our Rolling Buddy Light, or SB6C. Now what I've got here is the Rolling Buddy Solo. So on this chair, you get the 24-inch wheels. You've got your dual anti-tippers there. You've got dual brakes on there. The casters are lockable, but they're also adjusting up and down. Again, you swing away footrest. Transfer left and right, and it'll go over the toilet. This frame is the same as this frame. So on here, if you're wondering what this bracketry system is here, it's just your braking system on there. So if you had a client with, let's say, MND, and they wanted to be self-sufficient, all right, they can start off with this, but then as they deteriorate, what can happen is that we just pop this bracketry off, the anti-tippers come off, the wheels come off, you purchase a set of rear casters, that goes on, and now this chair is this chair ready for an attendant pushed chair. All right, so just something to keep in mind. Like I said, it's light, easy, and moves really well on carpet. Okay, and well priced. So that's your SB6W, W meaning wheel. A lot of thought went into that one. And this is SB6C, meaning caster. All right, I've got 2 to go. Thank you for your patience. This one coming in now is a bariatric chair. And I'll give you this one as well, Barry. Move this guy out. Oh, thank you. I've got another new helper. All right, so this here, the code on this is SB6C-26. That's a mouthful. So the 26 means 26 inches, okay? And converted, it's I think it's about 66 centimetres, 65 centimetres. And it's XXL. You can transfer left and right, chest belt on that. And as you can see, it's quite big. Now this guy is 200 kg safe working load. All right, so first three were 250, the 6 series there was 136, and this is 200. We also have an XL one, so it's a little bit smaller, and that code is SB6C-22, meaning 22 inches or 55 centimetres. All right, so last chair. So after all that, then the engineers have designed a travel chair. And I'm just going to bring that in. And I don't set it up purely so that you can see how quick and easy it is to put together. This bag is an accessory, but it's good for, you know, maybe your grey nomad or somebody who's got relatives that come and visit them quite frequently. They can have this. It's well priced. Again, talk to Cara about that. But we're well under the $500 mark for this. And I'll just go through the components that you get in it. You've got your soft seat there, you've got a commode pan there. I always say it's quite a big commode pan. I'm not quite sure what the engineers were thinking on this, but somebody's had a big night the night before with alcohol, I'd say, and they need the extra room on that. Then you get a backrest there. You get the footrest and the major frame. Now, this is dropping down to, there's the footrest there, and a calf strap. This is dropping down to 120 kg, so still quite, takes quite a weight on that. And it's sort of, I sort of like to explain it to people that it's a Z formation. So when you're packing it up, one comes to the front and the other one goes around to the back. All right, so all we're trying to do here is just get the Showerbuddy on the outside. From there, I'm going to get my wheel out of the way. We're just going to bring that centrepiece through and we're going to drop it into the receivers. Oh, sorry. Like so. And the pins push into place, and that's the beauty with Showerbuddy. You don't need any tools. Everything's either push pin, slides on and locks into place with clips. Okay, so from here, 100 mil casters, and as you can see there, you've got 3 adjustments to bring that up and down. Commode pan can either slide through the back, or when you're setting it up, you can just drop that in like so. I've got a seat here somewhere. Those clips there just click into place, like so. We'll drop the hangers on there, and then backrest on the top there. It's an easy chair. We'll go over toilets. Like I said, really easy, nice, affordable chair for people who are travelling or visiting. So I'd just like to thank you all for coming today, and we'll get you some certificates. So if Cara, you get me the names of everybody, we'll send those to Cara and then she can send them out to you for attendance certificates. If you like what you've seen today, please tell your colleagues about Showerbuddy. If you need to know anything, jump on our website. That's got lots of product information there. And further to that, have a chat with Cara. And then, you know, if she doesn't know, the only way I say go through Cara is because she'll learn that way. I know it all. I don't need to learn anything. Cara's got a wealth of information over there. So thank you very much for your time. And like I said, I hope you got a lot out of today's session. If you need to ask any questions, please come up and have a go, try things, and see what you think. Thank you. Thanks very much.
I have a question about the one that goes in the bath.
Yes.
What is the minimum seat height? Obviously, you've got to consider whether the client can lift themselves onto the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, probably you're looking at alternative transfer mechanisms onto
Yes.
the actual commode.
If you're going high,
Yeah. What's the lowest?
that'll come down to
Yeah.
500.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's because of the bath,
Yeah,
500, yeah. And then with the SB2, just the 2 that doesn't tilt, that comes down to 535.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So can I just come in and just want
Yeah.
to say something about bath check, because Linda's not fully aware yet, but she knows bath check's changing.
Yeah.
But it will be, there's a new app about to launch. It'll just, if you've downloaded this one, it'll just automatically update. But it's going to be a resource tool. So it'll cover every bathroom. So if you've got over a bathtub to shower, into the shower tray or a roll-in, it'll give you a whole resource list and it'll give you what type of bathroom is it. So that'll be your pathway. And so you might go into a wet room. I've got an accessible room. So it will then cover every model that you've got. But you just asked the question about what, I don't even can't remember what, because they're all slightly different, but Linda's a step ahead of me, which is good. But the app will, you can go to those spec sheets that Linda showed you, they'll be on the app. The dimension drawings will be on the app. There'll be a video on the app. There's lots of stuff. And if you're at someone's home and you want to take a photo on your phone in the app to upload and send to your supplier, or send to us if you get really stuck, it's all there, it's all going to happen. So the new app will be a real resource for you. It's going to be fantastic.
So what you've downloaded is just going to upload. So don't,
Yeah.
if you start to see it changing, you know, don't think it's defect or anything. It's just we're introducing new stuff all the time. So yeah.
The other thing is that the Showerbuddy products are well over-engineered. So we offer, as I think Linda mentioned, a lifetime warranty on the frame. So that warranty, you won't find it in any other product. So our products, if someone breaks a frame or a cracked weld, you won't get parts from us. You'll go back to your distributor, your supplier, and say, it broke. To be honest, it's happened twice in about 16 years I've been with the company. But your client will get a whole new chair, brand new chair. We're not asking you to pull it apart and put parts in. We'll just give you the whole caboodle, the bath transfer, everything. So we're confident in that. To the extent even at some expos we do the chair at 250 kgs. We used to look at the shows and the expos we were doing for the heaviest person we could find and get them to come over and do bench presses on the arms of the chairs. Now, I mean, that's quite an achievement because the arms are loose, fold back, come off, there's nothing supporting them in the front. So that sort of is testament to if you're going to specify the product, they'll last for a lifetime. They really will. I mean, we've got clients that have still come up to us in shows, especially in the US, not so much here. Like, oh my God, my chair's 15 years old, it's still like new. It's fantastic. So investing in a Showerbuddy is sort of investing for the long term if someone needs that. And as Linda mentioned, if they're a renter, they really, I mean, a full remodel is the ideal option. Everyone knows that, but it's not always possible. And as the demographics of people's wealth and their lifestyles are changing, and more people are going to be rented, unfortunately, there's going to be a solution for a lot more people for a longer term. But thank you, Linda, and thanks, guys, for coming.